So today, briefly, we're going to talk about some fellowships I am interested in because we are pushing the ball forward, if you will, for my doc. Okay. So here are some fellowships that I'm interested in. Some that I won't be able to do for a while, like long range goals. Definitely Sundance in the future, but you have to have more of a finished project. But there are some other ones. There is some fellowship programs associated with the Writers Guild Foundation. There is an Academy Nickel Fellowship, and that is for amateur screenwriters. But again, you have to have a full screenplay, which is no shorter than 70 pages, no longer than 160. I do have something, but it's not that long. And it's not doc. Some other fellowships. There's one called the Blacklist, which is for women in film. And you can earn up to $25,000. Yeah, there are quite a few. So those are like long range. But in terms of what I want to do sooner than later, here are a couple of things. So the first thing that I want to do, okay, I'm trying to pull all this stuff up. So I can do a couple of things. I can look up different funds. So instead of doing a fellowship, I can look up funds. So there's this website called documentary.org that has funding resources for documentary creators. So there are different funds that I can do. Like one is IDA Enterprise Documentary Fund. Another one is the Documentary Core Application Project. So those are some that I can work with. Another one that I want to do, I actually missed the deadline, but I will come back and do that. It's for the California Humanities, and it's California Documentary Project. So while this won't necessarily be one from my dissertation, I do have a doc idea for California. And so I missed 2024. The deadline was November 4th, and I was kind of busy then. So when it opens back up next fall, or 2025, when it opens up this fall, I will apply for that. And basically there are, and this is like really promising. So there's one where you can do a research and development grant that's $15,000, and then another one for production grant, which is $50,000. And so that will be great because that will be able to pay for me to bring on a full team of folks. So looking forward to that. Let's see. Some other things I've been looking at. There's also Film Independent. They have some fellowships. Let me pull that up. But again, with a lot of these projects, you already have to have something created. So like, for example, there is a documentary story lab where the application is due on the 6th, but you have to have, they accept projects in the final stages of production. So I can't really do that. One fellowship that I could do when they open it back up is Project Involve, where let me just take a little bit, where you get mentorships, where you have different masterclass opportunities, and you're given resources to produce short films that will debut at a first look screening event. So that's like really promising. And they walk with you through treatment selection, story development, all that good stuff. The problem is, let me see the deadline for that. So last year the application opened up May 20th, and so I'll have to wait till May for that, which is fine because I'm actually about to take a screenwriting class. I know I said I wasn't going to do any more formal classes, but this is more like a screenwriting workshop. Um, there's some other resources. There's another website, amdoc.org, that also talks about different funding, grants and things like that. So basically, my plan is to um, make my presentation, my dissertation presentation, into a pitch deck, which I've already said, and then get an agent. But at the same time, I'm also going to work on these apps early, just because, you know, an application might not be ready until open until the fall. I can already have my ducks in a row. And the other thing that I want to do is, though I do want a doc to be my first major project, I also will be working on different screenplays, particularly a pilot, as well as a full-length feature, and I'll refine a couple of my shorts just so I can have that in my repertoire, if you will. So looking forward to that. So yeah, so these are just some fellowship and festival ideas. The other thing is, once I get something made, then so if you go to the California Film Commission, it has a list of all the film festivals in the area, and there are like so many. Let me show y'all. There are like so, I don't know if y'all can see, but there are so many. So once I get something made, then I will start submitting to the film fest. So yeah, that is where I am in terms of my creative projects, just making sure that I'm familiar with everything, and then I can start my application process early. All right, that's all I have for this video. This is day 4. Cannot believe that I'm keeping up with this. Very excited. So as always, I just really appreciate you being on this journey as Lucy evolves. See you tomorrow.